Hello! Here we have a video for Andre, who was having trouble with the index assembly on his SM3. Now here we've got an SM3 that's already torn down, and should you have to remove the platen on yours, you're going to want to first off go carefully. You can look for Tom Furrier's website, his blog, Life in a Typewriter Shop. He has a post that he did on how to remove the platen from an SM3 that's it's about dead on. It's very, I mean, whatever, he did a good job. He can show you exactly how to take it out and exactly how to put it back in. It's only a few steps, and it actually only takes one screwdriver to pull the platen on one of these. It's pretty easy to do. So, to identify the problem on yours, here we have the index assembly, and there's the movement on it, right? Now you'll notice as that pawl moves, there's an arm attached to it, right? Let me grab my pick here. So we have the pawl itself right here. Right here is the arm that I'm talking about. And the spring that provides tension for all of this is right there. Now, if that spring has come disconnected at either end, or if it's broken or completely missing even, then the pawl won't have enough tension against the sprocket, and you'll end up with that sort of problem that you're having. So that's worth checking. You don't have to remove the platen to be able to check that. You just got to wiggle down there and look at it. You should be able to see that spring in there with the machine intact. Other things that it could possibly be, I noticed in your video that it looked like there was a little bit of surface corrosion on the pawl itself and on this piece that the pawl moves on. And a lot of the time, if there's surface corrosion, then the corrosion may also be inside that joint right there, that pivot point here. And one way you can test that, aside from manually moving the pawl like this, which again, you should be able to do that just with something pokey. I use dental picks that I got at the hobby shop, and it should move pretty easily. It should pop, you push down on it and it should pop right back. And if it doesn't, then that means that that's your problem. One way you can test as well would be to put a little bit of rubbing alcohol into that joint, and you're not going to be able to get it to go in very well right here, but you can drop it in from the top, and it only takes just a couple of drops, and then you want to work the pawl back and forth, and of course the alcohol will evaporate and it won't provide lasting lubrication, but it should give you enough just to test it and see if that's the issue. Other thing that it could possibly be could be that this entire index assembly needs to be reseated. Now, when you pull the platen on one of these, a lot of the time, all of this will get jostled just a little bit. And this all sits on this center post, which this center post will pop out towards the middle of the machine. It'll come out this way. And it's kind of hard to get this guy and the pawl all back together just right. You should check and make sure that on the index selector, this guy right here, you need to make sure that this little retainer pin, or not retainer pin, this little clip that provides tension is actually hitting in these ridges, because that's what keeps your index clicked into place. And see right there how that flops around? If that's not snug, then that could provide extra tension and also be adding to the problem. Most likely, it's this spring or something in that joint right there. Hope this helps. Keep me posted, and I wish you luck.